Okay. We just relit our smoker, so we've got plenty of smoke. And let's see how the Carniolans are doing. So the first thing I'll do is pop this up just slightly. I don't want to give them too much of a scare. Give a little bit of smoke, and that'll make them get busy eating some honey. Now, you see the difference in bee production on that side versus this side. Both these queens are the same age, but the Italian queen is producing far more bees than the Carniolan queen is. We've only got 4 frames in there because they didn't need an additional 5th frame last time I looked. So let's see how they're doing this week. Maybe things are a little different, but they do not seem to have as many bees, that's for sure. See the little babies peeking out here? Hey, what's going on? We've kind of startled them here. Okay, so we'll pull the furthest frame back. And it feels like it's got a lot of honey in it. It does indeed have honey on this side. Now, we wouldn't use this honey for production because we've got new bees here and we've been assisting them through the last part of winter by giving them a little bit of syrup water. So these guys, although they've been out of syrup water now for several weeks, but a lot of this honey probably has syrup in it. So these are all young babies. These are all Carniolan bees. They seem to be very good tempered, very mild mannered, not getting bothered by anybody. And hopefully we find a frame or two that's chock full of brood. Okay, so this is a mini frame that was stuck in a deep box, and we'll need to get it out of here as soon as these bees hatch out. So we've got some brood right here. Let me just move these guys along. So you can see all of these little yellow areas are brood. There's baby bees in there, and they'll hatch out here shortly. But there's not as much production in here as we need. So we've got some more brood here. This is young brood. This is only a few days capped. There's still some larvae. Can you see the larvae down in there? Sometimes they don't like to get out of the way, but there's larvae down in there. Here's a bee going down feeding. She's down there feeding a larvae right now. You can only see her tail end sticking out. But the rest of these over here that are a little bit darker, they're a little bit older, so they'll be hatching out in the next day or two. But frankly, that's not enough brood to sustain a 10-frame hive. They're doing okay as a 4-frame hive, but they wouldn't survive very well in the wild. Now here we go. So here we've got some brood. Well, this looks a little bit better. This is older brood mixed in with some larvae, and that looks like about 75% of the frame was laid out. Now it's not all hatched out, but it will all hatch out in the next couple days. And same thing on this side. So this queen's a little bit slower to get started, but she's obviously going at this point. Probably another week, and I'm going to guess she'll have these frames pretty well filled out. And we're going to give her some blank frames, move that little mini frame out of here, that half frame. And we should actually run across the queen on this frame once I get it out of here. There's lots of little baby bees on this frame because you can see them. All these bees are poking their head up and looking to see what's going on. They're babies. They haven't seen this, so they probably hatched in the last week. And they don't really know what's going on. They're just here for the ride. There's our queen right there. You can see the difference in queens. The last one was gold. This one's black. This is a Carniolan queen, and she's doing her job. She's laid this frame out and she's hatched all these babies out, but at this point she's not going quite as quickly. Your strap is on the honey there. She's not going quite as quick as the other bee is. The other queen is producing better, and this is all nectar right here, preparing for more babies. So I'm going to come out here with Jacob probably Tuesday or Wednesday of this week with a couple new boxes. We're going to give each of these bees 10 full frames and allow them to get busy. And we will continue to use these queens predominantly for queen production, existing queens. We can take the larvae from here, turn those into new queens, and put them in the other boxes, which you'll see momentarily, and you'll see why you want to keep docile queens as opposed to not so docile queens.